It is very hard to listen to that call, to that 911 tape, without becoming somewhat unnerved. It actually bothered me the first time that I heard it.
County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
Okay, where are you at, sir?
I'm on 210. I just crossed the Black River. I'm heading towards 53 East. I just passed Patriots Watch.
Okay, so you're over near Morse Creek?
Yes.
Okay. And did you saw a man standing on the side of the road?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the back of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
No, it's not in the road. It's in my truck. In the bed.
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Yes, ma'am. I just turned on my bed lights for my truck, and there's something in my bed.
Okay, sir, when you say something, what do you mean?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Okay, what was it?
According to the CAD notes and the deputy reports, this thing jumped into the back of his pickup truck and began to actually beat on the top of the cab of his truck. You could actually hear something beating on the top of the truck. The caller stated that it was beating and scratching on the top of the cab of his truck. He actually stated that he was able to engage his bed light and was able to somewhat identify this object that was in the back of his truck. At some point, he was able to slam on his brakes, and the force of inertia actually threw this thing out over his hood and onto the highway, where this thing stood up in the roadway, made its way to the wood line, and disappeared in the woods.
Don't research these videos prior. That's what Harlow does. So when you see me tag her at True Crime Psychic Guy, that's our other show, by the way. That's who does the research. And then she doesn't give me any information unless I ask. I say all that to say, what's with this Black River and where is this? There is some energy in that river that makes me very anxious, nervous, fearful. Something is up with the Black River. If anyone knows anything about it, can you please tell us in the comments? But that might be like a completely different reading that I do separately. Whatever it is, the Black River is something, it has something in it that is drawing in. I think there might be I think there's like there might be a UFO portal under there. And these are dark, amphibian-like beings. That live underneath there. And come up rarely. Why was it out of the water? That's what I need to know. Okay, that's gross. Sometimes they eat, and they have similar digestive tracts to humans and amphibians. I don't know if that's a thing. I might have just contradicted myself, but that's what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing and seeing that they eat they'll eat animals, like not necessarily little ones, like skunks, critters, like they eat them or something. What is happening? What am I channeling right now? This is so weird. They just recently started to morph out of the amphibian, like full amphibian, like where they were just animals. They were just like frog-like, you know, and then they're starting to morph into more of like a human. When I say morph, I mean over time and centuries of like developing and growing more capabilities, abilities, but they still breathe underwater. There isn't that many of them left. And they burrow under the Black Lake. They only come out at night. And they don't really come out. That was a fluke. And there's some sort of connection to small animals with them. I'm not sure if it's that they eat them, but that's why it was out. And they go back in and burrow underneath the lake, like deep under. And there's some sort of like portal or something. There's just some sort of space that they live in. It actually didn't want anything to do with the human, I don't think, or I'm suppressing something that I don't want to know about. I genuinely don't know which. But it's not like they're everywhere. There's just they live underneath. I don't want to find out more information on them, so I'm just going to leave it at that.